President of the AALU on Zoom.
Yes, I am, Chairman Bruce.
Welcome and good morning. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Good morning, Chairman Bruce, President Allen, trustees, and LU community. I greet you with gratitude and thanksgiving this month on behalf of Lincoln alumni everywhere. Thank you for allowing me to bring you another update from the Alumni Association. You know the theme: people, power, and participation, the three ingredients of our success. So first, people. Alumni had a wonderful time reconnecting with LU family and friends at homecoming. Each year, that Friday night welcome party moves closer and closer to the status of a new tradition, truly loved by alum near and far. And I do think they came from everywhere. We want to thank the Alumni Relations team led by Deborah Johnson, and especially want to thank Charles Ricketts for managing that tailgate and Cameron Burris for maintaining her dedicated focus to the intergenerational vision that she had. This year, I must say that God really smiled on us with gorgeous weather to make up for last year's freezing rain. But with LU, it's always love and energy, whether it's rain or shine. After homecoming, we turned to the business of the AALU. We held our Alumni Council meeting, which, as a reminder, the Alumni Council is like the board for the Alumni Association. So we held that, and then we went straight into our general body meeting. These were all held on Zoom. A special thanks to Dr. Allen for her not one, but two October sessions with LU alum this fall. Um, at our meeting, Dr. Allen answered many of the questions that were on our minds. We also adopted changes to our constitution and bylaws, including one that we really hope will strengthen and expand our membership. It's a new way for groups to engage with the Alumni Association. And hopefully expand our base of candidates for positions. We also heard from our chapters, including the Baltimore Metro chapter, BMC. They previewed their Thurgood Marshall Sneaker Ball, which, by the way, took place last weekend and honored some of our best alums, best people, including your very own Michael Hancock, trustee Michael Hancock, as well as one of your former student trustees, LU senior Drake Smith, and several other alums. I was there, and it was great to see many of you all dressed up. Even though I didn't win the sneaker contest, I still had a really great time. So BMC was raising money for LU, so that brings us to the second P, power, which is about money. So I was pleased to attend at homecoming the Lincoln Society event, where the Alumni Association presented to Lincoln a ceremonial check for $30,000, representing all proceeds plus a little bit more from our fourth annual golf tournament, which was held this past July. We continue to shine as a top donor of Lincoln, but I will say donations have slipped some, so we will need to do some work to stay on top, but we are definitely up for the challenge. The time is now to sign up for the 5-year anniversary of our golf tournament for next summer. Early bird registration is open. When I'm done, I'll put the link in the chat and we'll also email you. We still need your help. Donations are being accepted. We need help identifying and securing sponsors. Many of you have sponsored us, and I want to thank you all for that. You recently received a thank you, but I'll just name a few. Dr. Allen, Trustee Lancaster, Trustees Board and Levis with their Blue Family donation each year, and my friend and fellow Laser alum, Trustee Everett Love. But we just really do need this support because, like I said, we want to shine to celebrate year 5, and we are going to need the board support. The date will be Monday, July 21st, 2025, at a new location, the Deerfield Golf Club in Newark, Delaware. And then finally, under power, I want to report that during our October meeting, our October general body meeting, we had a discussion about the state of alumni giving. And we pointed out that only 514 alums donated in FY 2024. Many expressed shock that our giving was only at 2.7%. I think it's really important to share these data with alums, and many have told me that they're ready to strategize about how to address this challenge, which really cannot stand. So finally, the third P is participation. I did want to point out that I have been hearing from alums last night and this morning. They really want to participate in this meeting. And so I wanted to ask if you guys could post the viewing link and the agenda for this board meeting on your website a few days early, because alums are actually looking. I post the fact that this is happening on our website, but alums are looking and they are asking for the link. So we would really appreciate it if you guys could post the agenda and the link for this meeting a few days earlier. AALU members, including me, came to campus for a nonpartisan get out the vote effort on election day last week. Alums who couldn't come in person dug into their pockets and participated by helping us raise literally thousands of dollars so students could have tacos. And while the lines were long, the tacos were great. And, and it was even greater to see so much civic engagement amongst our students. So please watch our website for the many alumni-focused events that we have coming soon. I won't recount them here, but I will share the link. But it's just aalupa.org, and for the events, it's just /events. But we have so many great things coming up. I did want to point out, we're really excited about our CIAA participation, which again will be led in February by our Baltimore chapter, with participation and leadership also from my chapter, the DC MAC chapter. And yes, the national AALU and the Philly chapter will be donating again those orange and blue cheer items so that we're all going to be ready to roar with pride again. And so finally, the last comment I wanted to make under participation is that we have an election coming up, and we have 7 candidates, and I wanted to just share who they were. First, we have Dr. Eric B. Coates, class of '88 from the Philadelphia chapter for president. Second, we have Bilal Key, class of 2014 from the New York Metro chapter for vice president. Third, we have Derek Manison, class of '88 from the Philadelphia chapter for vice president. So we have a competition there. Fourth, we have Rita McCaskill, class of '91 from the DC MAC chapter for treasurer. Fifth, we have Robin Hales, class of '89 from the Delaware chapter for secretary. And we have your very own Stephen Board, class of '81 from the New York Metro chapter for the alumni trustee nomination position. And then finally, we have trustee Michael Hancock, class of '88 from my chapter, DC MAC, for the second alumni trustee nomination position. I would like to publicly thank these Lions for stepping up to participate in this process. And I'd like to remind all of you who are alums, and you don't have to be an alum, you can join us as an associate member. So if you're not an alum, you can join us, but please pay your dues so that you can register to vote, because as we all know, voting matters. And so I will stop there, but please continue to reflect on LU people, power, and participation. And I will see you next at CIAA.
Grace, before you go, a question. When will the election be concluded?
So that's on our website. I believe that the target date is, I don't know off the top of my head, but it'll be by the end of March. I think it's the 3rd week in March, but we have worked to align that election, and we're still going to be working with your trustee delegations and nominations committee to make sure everything is aligned, so it will really align and flow right into the process that you have.
Okay. Thank you.
So we completely revamped that, because it used to not conclude until June, May.
Okay, great. Any other questions? Thank you very much, Sharice. We appreciate you as always, and I know you're coming down to the end of your term here, and I want you to know that we here appreciate the leadership that you've provided for the AALU. I think we'll see you at least one more time before your term is up.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
again.
Okay. Thank you so much.